Hi guys, welcome to Multiverse. A friend gamers one, and I will miss you though asked for a video about Deathstroke. So let's get started. For those who may not know, Deathstroke the Terminator first appeared in the New Teen Titans number 2. And yes, at the time he was known as Deathstroke the Terminator, but at some point he just became known as Deathstroke. They kind of dropped the Terminator part. At character creation, this is about as close to Deathstroke as I'm able to get. Although there is a template that you can use at character creation to recreate a sort of version of Deathstroke, I will look at it in a bit. So basically, you can see I pretty much recreated a blue version of Deadpool as my Deathstroke at character creation. Uh, but this is still close enough. Once I manage to change the chest and the mask, this will actually look like a fairly decent Deathstroke. But at character creation, sadly, you have limited options. You can see to the right what I'm aiming for eventually for Deathstroke. But again, at character creation, this is the template that you have access to. Uh, so you can see basically what your character will have as abilities. I usually go with Striker Minion by default. Can't really explain why. That just feels right to me. Somehow the big striker version, the big striker body looks a little too big. But I know that with some characters, that seems to be what they're using, like Superman and a few other characters in the game. But for my characters, I keep the big striker body for a character like maybe Thor. That will be a bit bigger than the rest. So again, you can see you have a villainous character. The mentor is the Joker, power is gadget, one-handed weapon, and acrobatics. So at character creation, you can use the Deathstroke template and have something that doesn't really look like Deathstroke, but it's as close as you can get at character creation. But basically, if you just change the chest piece, which is a piece that you can get at tier 2, if I'm not mistaken, there's a mission where you fight Deathstroke at tier 2, and one of the random drops is the Deathstroke chest style. Although it is a rare drop, so the odds of getting it playing the mission, you're gonna have to play the mission over and over again in order to be able to get that chest piece. Uh, so your better option would be to buy it straight from the broker. The same with the mask. The mask is part of the Master Mercenary style. It comes from Prometheum log boxes, but the odds of getting it in a Prometheum log box are so slim. Buy it from the broker. It'll be so much easier. And for the sword, and once you reach tier 7, there's a various Amazonian styles that will have swords in the back. So in this case, I don't recall which one this sword is, but there's like a handful of different swords that your character can wear on his back. And here we have the actual Master Mercenary style. This is inspired directly by the Deathstroke from the New 52, although the mask doesn't really even look like the New 52 version of Deathstroke. Um, it should be, I don't know, I'm not sure why they made it almost sculpted like a skull-like thingy. But anyways, again, if you want to recreate that Deathstroke, that is an option, I suppose. Personally, I prefer the version you see to the right in my armory, which we saw a bit earlier. But again, if you create that version, people will know that you're supposed to be Deathstroke, because that's how Deathstroke pretty much looks like in the New 52. And again, you can see that I'm using one of the swords that I got from some Amazonian style, which does the trick nicely. There's a few options for the swords. This is pretty much the one I prefer. If you really want to play Deathstroke, what you could do is that you could play Deathstroke in either Legend PvP. But if you don't want to play Legend PvP, there is Legend PvE. Pretty much every week there's one mission of Legend PvE that gets unlocked. During the weekend there's two missions if I'm not mistaken. So if you really want to play Deathstroke, well that would be an option for you. There is a villain style that is inspired by Deathstroke that you can get in the Hall of Doom. You used to be able to get it at this vendor, but I will show you in a bit where the actual vendor is now. This used to be a PvP set of gear that you could get from Two-Face in the Hall of Doom. Sadly now it's only all you can do is purchase the style, and I will show you where the style vendor is for the PvP gear. Normally I would probably cut straight to the vendor, but I know that a lot of people still get lost in the Hall of Doom, so I will try to do it to show you in real time where the vendor is. Uh, we're in the wrong wing, obviously. It's pretty much in this corner, but it's in this corner in the meta wing. I forgot we're in the tech wing. So you see, even I can get confused sometimes. I will show you also there's other style vendors, like there's these two little guys over there. But these are not the style vendors you're looking for. These are style vendors for the PvE styles. So if you want the PvP style vendor, you really have to go into the Hall of Doom, into the meta wing, and if you go into this corner, you will see our little requisition V-style vendor, and that's where you can get the Deathstroke inspired style. Again, it doesn't really look like Deathstroke, but the mask kind of sort of looks. It's as if they took the Deathstroke mask and added some sort of gas mask to it. And you can see a bit that each piece of style is worth 800 Marks of Valor. The Marks of Valor can get obtained if you play some PvP. Whether you play PvP Legends or PvP Arena, you will get Marks of Valor. So you can see what the mask kind of looks like. So you can have the one half orange and the other half black with the Deathstroke eye. But as you saw, the chest doesn't really look like Deathstroke. For the back piece, I have no idea what that's supposed to be. The gloves are kind of neat. The style itself isn't that bad. It looks nothing like Deathstroke. So it's a bit weird that they thought that this would be a nice Deathstroke inspired style. But early on in DC Universe Online, the game creators were really going out of their ways to try to not allow us to recreate the style of already existing characters. So they would create iconic styles, but that would be really different from the characters. So personally, this is pretty much if you were to ask me, this is pretty much how I would recreate a Deathstroke the Terminator. But as you saw, you do have a couple of options, but there isn't that much Deathstroke inspired gear in DC Universe Online. Again, you can see the nice Amazonian sword. It works really well with that character, and it kind of looks like the sword that Deathstroke was using for quite a bit. So thanks guys for the suggestion. If you have any other characters that you would like to see, feel free to let me know. So far there's Bane and there's Hush that has been asked that I'm planning to do pretty soon. So if you have any ideas, suggestions, questions, just ask in the comment section down below and I'll see what I can do. So that's pretty much it for now, guys. So as always, thank you for watching and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.